78 Sports TV here with Seth Mayhem Mitchell. How you doing today, Seth?
I'm good, man. Chilling.
That's good, man. So you got Chris Arreola, man. September 6th, is that it? September 6th?
That's the date, man.
Okay, you'll be fighting for the WBC silver title. How do you feel about, Chris Arreola as an opponent? How did you come to terms to make that fight happen?
I feel good about the fight. I feel good about the matchup. I think it's a crowd pleasing fight. I think Arreola comes to fight. Everybody know that I come to fight whenever I'm in the ring. I'm excited about the fight, and it just so happened that it fell in line that way. It's a fight that amongst my team and amongst my camp, we've talked about this being a possible fight somewhere down the line about a year ago, and it's a fight that that I relished and I wanted to fight because Chris Arreola, he comes to fight, man, and that's what I like. So it's a fight that I wanted, and I'm glad it's here.
Okay. That sounds good. We got Chris Arreola he's a veteran. He has a lot more experience than you. Like you said, he's tough. How do you expect to deal with that? A fighter as seasoned as Chris Arreola.
Oh man, I've been in the ring with my last two fights against Jonathan Banks, my fight against Seymour, my fight against Chaz with all of them had tons, way more experience, than I have, and Chris Arreola, he has more experience. I think that's the only thing that he has, that would be an advantage for him is his experience. Only thing that I think he has, but I'm ready to fight fire with fire if that's what he want to do. Whatever Chris Arreola brings to the table, I have a counter for it, and I'm just confident in my abilities and confident in the outcome of this fight that I'm going to be victor.
Okay. Speaking of that, you mind sharing with us any game plan, any weaknesses you hope to exploit that you see in Chris Arreola?
Not really, not at this time.
Okay.
I don't want to say his strength. He's a good fighter. He comes to fight. Even when he's tired in the ring, he still comes forward and he lets his hands go. So that's some of his positives. But we see a lot of flaws in his, and he probably say the same thing about me. And we're just gonna see who's gonna be able to exploit those flaws on the stick.
Okay. When you first came signed with Golden Boy, and your career progressed, a lot of people were already asking. A lot of people were excited because the American heavyweight is like an endangered species right now, and I'll be honest with you, I just sometimes I don't even watch the heavyweight division, but until I saw this guy Seth Mayhem Mitchell brought some excitement back. You yourself, Deontay Wilder, another young guy out there. What do you think, in your opinion, happened to the American heavyweight?
I think it's just been. It hasn't been real fun to watch. I think that it's it's getting better. I think that the Klitschko's, they've dominated the sport for the last decade. I believe 8 or 9 years. Anyway. And I think that the American heavyweight division, people have been spoiled. When you go back in the day, you had the George Foreman, the Michael Moores, the Riddick Bowes, Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, Larry Holmes.
Right.
Those are all big staples in the heavyweight division, and you just don't have that. Now you got a lot of fighters that's up and coming, and we're just trying to bring that back. And I think there's a lot of good fights out there to be made, but time is here.
Okay, I was talking to a few other fighters, and they also expressed that they think a lot of young American heavyweight talent are playing other sports, like yourself. You were playing football, and how do you feel about that? You think that there's a lot of guys out there, or that could be great heavyweight fighters, but they may be playing basketball or following their dream of basketball or football?
I think that it's very well, maybe the case at the same time. I know that, I did it, came through football, at a late age, started when I was almost 25. It's not an easy thing to accomplish. I think that if a lot of these football players and basketball and baseball players, would have, started boxing when they were younger, I definitely think there's a lot of champions on the basketball court and especially on the football field. But that's not in their mindset. Their mindset is basketball and football, and I truly believe, because I'm still learning as we speak right now. I'm still learning. I have so much to learn in this game. Whereas I think if I would have started, even if I started, at 15 or 16, which sometimes still considered a little late start, that I'll be a lot better. But I just continue to try to be a sponge and try to pick up the sport as quick as I can, because I understand at this level, even though I'm learning, I got to learn and win on the job.
Hey, Seth, man, I want to tell you from a fan perspective, you're a class act. We love seeing you fight, the way you carry yourself in and out of the ring. You have a beautiful family, man, and we want to wish you the best of luck versus Chris Arreola. And I salute you, brother, and we will be keeping in contact with you, okay?
Thanks, man. I appreciate you.
All right, no doubt, man. It's 78 Sports TV, Seth Mayhem Mitchell, and Will Holler.
Yes, sir.